That's number 2. See if this is in focus. Let's see if I'm cut off. This is a test of the, all this video is going to be is me just doing this. This should be what we're looking for shot-wise, because you can see me. You can see Mount St. Helens. You can see the top of Mount Rainier. Most importantly, you can see the Canon Sure Shot MAX, and you can hear it. Take number 4. You know, I should just switch lenses, but I really don't want to sacrifice this view. Let's see, let's make a mark. This is probably a good mark right here. Let's check. I think this is it, take 5. This is it, just like Michael Jackson's last tour. This is it, I really mean it this time. I really mean it. Okay, I don't care this time. If my face is out of focus, if my head's cut off, I don't care. If my head was cut off, this will all be over very quickly. Anyway, this is it. I mean it this time. Even if, yeah, whatever. So how's it going, everybody? As you can see, I'm in a very beautiful place. It took 5 attempts to get this shot right. And it's probably not, you know, it's probably not up to my standards, but that doesn't matter. The real question is the Canon Sure Shot MAX up to my standards. I got this for 20 bucks untested. I really wanted to go big and get like a Yashica T4 or a Nikon 28 Ti, which I'm probably still gonna get that one at some point. But for 20 bucks, I saw this other guy's video and he compared this to a Contex T2. I was really surprised at the results. And for 20 bucks untested, check it out. Works totally great. I have developed one roll with this camera just to make sure it works, and it does work. The pictures are beautiful. They are really, really nice, surprisingly nice for what this is. For the techie camera nerds out there, it's a 38mm lens, goes to 3.5, so it's not too bad for all things considered. Because I'm up in such a beautiful place, I am shooting some other cameras too. I have my tried and true Nikon F6 that I am running a roll of Portra 400 through, and I have a, oh my God, this is a conundrum here. Okay, I have a Fuji GS645W, which is a medium format, really amazing, underrated camera. You can get these for about 500 bucks and they take incredible photos. This is the wide version, so it's a 45mm f5.6, not the best specs, but when you figure this thing out, it's incredible. And for 500 bucks, I'm shooting a roll of Ektar 100 in here. I wish I had Ektar 100 in here. I wish I had Ektar 100 in here. Color Plus in here, by the way. So with all this rambling, let's climb up this beautiful hill and get shooting. Now I remember why I don't like making photo videos, because the second you start getting a good vibe going and setting up all your cameras and taking pictures, you're like, oh yeah, I need to make a video too. I don't know how people do this. Anyway, I just dropped this thing down a cliff, so I had to go find it. Thought it was a lens cap, so I was like, nah, it's not a big deal. I got a lot of lens caps, but this thing, it's kind of a big deal. I forgot to say where I am right now. This is Silver Star Mountain, or around the Silver Star Mountain recreational area. It is beautiful. It's not far from where I live now. Getting here was kind of a biatch because there were so many closed roads and all the logging roads were closed for the season. So I had to kind of just follow my intuition till I got back to where I remember coming last time. But anyway, shooting away up here, there's just sprawling open alpine meadows. Behind me, St. Helens, Mount Rainier. I don't know if you can see Mount Adams, but it's right there. And Mount Hood's right there. It's just beautiful. I want to go camping up here, see these sunsets. But anyway, I'm just shooting away with the Canon Sure Shot MAX, and so far so good. Yeah, as I was saying, shooting color plus. I really like this film stock. I was shooting a lot of gold, but I've sort of migrated to color plus. You know, for like the $8, $9 roll, it's really nice. There's a plane flying by. There's guns going off. You get the idea. It's beautiful, and we're up here taking photos. Darn it, the mic died. I don't know if it's because it fell down a hill or because it's out of battery. It's probably out of battery, but we're going to attempt to record this with the Nikon D850 in-camera microphone. Figured I'd sit down and try to decide who this camera's for. Who's the Canon Sure Shot MAX for? You know, specs relatively decent again. You know, pretty sharp lens for what it is. This was 20 bucks untested. You know, some of these point and shoots these days are going for hundreds, thousands of dollars. A Nikon, Nikon 35 Ti and 28 Ti, $1,000 bucks, 1,400 bucks. Any contacts, a lot. I'm curious about the Contax T. That does seem like an interesting camera. Anyway, I'm getting off track. This guy, you know, it's a little boxy piece of plastic. It's got a pretty sharp lens, decent specs. I would say that this is for somebody looking for a reliable, dependable, good camera that they can just throw in their pocket and they don't have to worry about it breaking because of how much they spent on it. And you don't have to worry about it missing focus. You don't have to worry about the shots being bad. It's a good camera. It's really good. I suspect that this camera in the next year or two, these are going to be going in the 200, maybe even more range. I think that this is the next big point and shoot that has been undiscovered. There's a few videos about it on YouTube, but again, it's not like on a lot of radars, but it will be because of the price point, 20 bucks. You're not going to have to worry about it. And who this is for, I think this is for everything I just said, but also maybe like the casual community of point and shoot photographers. You know, I think everyone wants the best and everyone wants the least amount spent on it. So I think that this is a decent, oh hey bug, I think this is a decent compromise. So I have 4 shots left. Let's make it to the top of this thing and see what we can shoot. All right, let's talk Canon Sure Shot MAX. Out of Silver Star now and driving to get some coffee, going to work. And I figured this would be a good time to summarize this little beast here. For a little hunk of light plastic, this thing performed very well. For the price point, again, this was 20 bucks untested and it works perfect. I really couldn't be more pleased with the results. There was some slight, as you've noticed, there was some slight red tints to the photos, and I was shooting color plus in this, and it looked a little more like Ektar, which isn't the end of the world. And I could have easily edited that out, but I wanted to include what they looked like in a relatively raw form so you could get a sense of what this camera was pumping out. Again, in like 5 seconds in Photoshop, you can fix that, but I just thought for the sake of showing you what this produces, I would leave them, you know, close to how they came out of the camera. And it really didn't, it might have missed focus on one shot, and I think that was my fault, because I just, I pre-focused, then I reframed, and I think it was maybe just an unintentional situation. But really, it didn't miss focus. It didn't blow anything out. It didn't underexpose. It really nailed everything that I wanted. Relatively sharp photos. Again, you can't complain about this for 20 bucks. It's got a decent lens, and it handled by the time I was up there, I wanted to get up there early morning, but because I had to go a different way, it took me longer. So I was dealing with like harsh direct sunlight, and it still did a decent job. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video and I'll show you the medium format and the f6 photos from the same trip. But I suggest this. I recommend this. I think that this camera is sort of an underdog in the point and shoot, especially under $100. I mean, these are getting up in price. I've been seeing these like 70 to 150 now. Jump on it. If you want a nice little light point and shoot that's reliable, again, since it's so cheap, you don't have to worry about it breaking or it getting damaged because you spend $1,000 on it. You get what you pay for and then some, because this is going to perform well beyond its price range. So that's what I have to say about the Canon Sure Shot MAX. You know, the more I was using it, the more I think I used to own this camera in like 2011. It was all coming back to me, but anyway, I'm pretty sure I used this camera before and owned it. But anyway, I would recommend it. And if you like this kind of content, if you want me to keep making camera review videos, let me know, because I have a lot of cameras and I'm shooting photos pretty much every day, and film photos. So let me know, and I will see you for the next one.